Welcome back to In the Studio, presented by Beyond the Summit and powered by 100tb.com. 100tb is an infrastructure service provider with 8 premium data centers around the world, offering dedicated servers, cloud servers, and content delivery services. You can visit them at 100tb.com to learn more about what they can do for you. I'm Zyori, your host, and welcome to episode 3. We've got some great topics lined up today, boys.
Yeah. It's been a drama-filled week, I gotta say.
Yeah, a little bit of drama here and there. We're going to talk about Star Ladder America. The playoffs start tomorrow. We've got a lot of liquid talk that we're going to get into with Fluff and Stuff parting ways on the team. We can theory craft a little bit about who may be hopping in his stead. Cough demon. We got some OK Kingdom drama as well. Own 3D may be coming back. And then later on, we'll have No Tail as well as Purge. The guest list just continues on.
Hello, everybody. This is Purge.
Hello, this is Purge from Korea.
Oh, God. Lysander's probably got... No, Lysander has
He's got a good Purge.
He's got the best Purge.
It's like the accent just goes away. It's the strangest thing.
Hello, everybody. This is Purge. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
All
So
right, well,
Merlini's not with us today. He's on a little vacation, so we've shuffled around. LD playing host, and Gods has moved over to our analysis
he's
side.
been benched, basically. Yeah. They put me in on the A team with you, and
There you go. And now
tired Gods on the B team.
What? I'm the B team?
the B team.
Your first name's Brian. Of course you're the B team.
I'm aiming for sub 100
Nice
words
save.
said on this show, so that's about
Sub
20 right
100.
there.
Yeah.
We listen to your feedback, guys. You'll hear less and less from these guys as time goes on, but
Yeah.
thanks for supporting us.
We're booth
And
babes.
me. I
Yeah,
appreciate
exactly.
The booth babes
We're just here
over
to look
there,
good. We're not like smart or anything. We're just...
it. So they're here to make up for us, I guess.
All
There you
right,
go.
so first up, guys, Star Ladder America. We just finished the tiebreak yesterday. It was a little bit sketchy. There were 4 teams. Osiris forfeit about an hour before the tiebreaks were supposed to start.
And Starladder was not happy about that. Not at all.
If you want to make Star Ladder upset, drop out a few minutes before your matches are supposed to start. That is a surefire way to make those admins a little bit frustrated. So it was between Liquid, EHUG, and CNB, the Brazilian team, and it was just a little 3-team round robin, and whichever team won 2 games would move on to join the other 3, EG, Dog, and Revenge, in the top 4 into the North American playoffs. And it was Liquid who came out ahead. They took down both EHUG and CNB. It was pretty intense. They had Demon standing in for them both times. So playoffs start tomorrow.
PPD elevated the stakes during your cast with him for that final match. He said, hey, even if Liquid get there, we're waiting for them. So they might have had an easy time against EHUG or gotten away with a comeback that maybe never should have been, but
Yeah.
PPD laid down the law there.
As PPD said, we don't take it easy on anyone. Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Well,
with
we'll
that-
see if he backs it up.
Yeah, so coming into the North American playoffs for Star Ladder, it will be 4 teams in a double elimination bracket. The first matches will be EG versus Liquid, and then it will be Revenge versus Team Dog. So, boys, power rankings real quick, 1 through 4. What do you think? Gods, we're kicking it to you.
EG won, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's just one team moves into the finals. So
EG all the way.
EG all the way.
They're just crushing everyone right now. They're looking like kind of like the empire of the US right now. They are just on a tear, and they're looking good.
But Demon is the EG Slayer. So I'm going to go with my boys Liquid. I think they'll bounce back. I think Demon's going to carry them. And Jimmy, we trust. Put all your rares on Jimmy Dota.
You heard it here first, but all
Jimmy
your
Jimmy,
rares.
we trust. I never thought we'd get to the day where
He's the EG Slayer.
yeah,
I mean,
To be
yeah,
fair, he
but-
did fall short at the Monster Invitational, but
Yeah.
he slayed them in the winner bracket, so I give him some credit for that.
all right. Well, how about this? Dog versus Revenge for one of the first round matches. Who do you guys think is going to take that best of 3?
That's tough.
Ooh. It's
Both
really
teams
tough.
have. I feel like both teams have just looked a lot better recently. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's tough to say.
I want Revenge to win. So I would say Revenge just because I believe in these guys. I'd love to see a South American team doing well. They're a lot of fun to watch, and like Smash is obviously one of my favorite.
Smash
mid-players.
Dota.
Yeah.
Smash is
I'm-
good. About a week ago, I would have probably said Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
But Dog has kind of impressed me recently with their play, like in the last week or so. They kind of solidified their roster. Demon officially wasn't part of the little collective that was Team Dog, because they've had like what 7 or 8 players total move in, like be part of that little mixture there. So
Who else did they cycle through? I mean, they had Demon.
Mason was technically on the roster, but I don't think he ever played.
He's played a little bit.
Some would argue that might have been to try and pull the wool over the admin's eyes.
Yeah. Maybe.
Smuggling.
I'm not
Smuggling.
not saying
But
anything
Smuggler's been playing
myself.
well.
But
Yeah.
But I think in the last week, Dog has played very well.
Mhm.
I've been impressed with how well their synergies and their drafts have gone.
Which team is this?
Dog.
Which
Dog.
team?
Dog.
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 Team Dog.
Hey, when,
Can you say it like,
Dog.
can you not say it like a,
when Andrew,
like a
I'm
rapper
going to
or
say it
something,
how I'm
please?
supposed to say it. I'm from like an hour outside Atlanta. I'm from the dirty South. I can say dog.
Team dog.
Well, you got the dirty part right.
Exactly. When you and I were casting EG and dog, by the end of the match, I had
remember
you
that
saying
game.
dog.
Yeah, dog. I remember that game. A good 9-minute victory. EG.
Exactly.
Go get them, boys.
Exactly.
That was an
But-
Arteezy Ember Spirit.
But
That was
I
devastation,
I think Team Dog takes it. It'll probably be like 2-1. I feel like Revenge will take a game off of them, but I feel like Dog wins.
The
series.
format is double elimination. So even if they lose any of the teams, they have a chance to bounce back. And it's only a 14 bracket, so you get knocked down early, it's like 1 extra game, I think, or 2. It's not that big of a deal.
So what's almost more exciting is, and the reason we're doing this show today on Saturday instead of Sunday, which is our normal time slot. We have to be flexible as tournaments come in. We're going to be doing a big show. We're going to be doing our first broadcast from the big desk here, and we're going to have kind of, is it safe to say, an ESPN kind of style. We'll do a little pregame show, have some
there'll be
games,
some
and a little
pregame.
postgame show.
We'll bust our well-received blazers and
There you
button
go.
downs.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
nothing
what
but
I'm
blazers
talking
and
about.
t-shirts.
Exactly.
Got to go for the full
Blazers
testosterone.
and t-shirts.
No, I think it's
Ugh,
less ESPN, but just more
more
cool shit.
shit.
More cool
Maybe-
shit for
maybe
you
a
guys.
bad
There you go.
analogy.
There you go.
I like
That's
that.
a tagline.
It's very low commitment
We
because
were
like cool shit is different things to everyone. So
We were looking for a tagline for the show. That's it.
what is cool shit to you, Brian?
More cool shit.
More cool shit.
I like
Now with 100%
100%
more cool shit. There you go.
I think 100 TB would be on board with that.
Yeah,
We can
Cool
say 100
shit.
TV. They make cool shit. It works.
it's true. It's true.
Instead of would you like some fries with that, it's would you like an extra helping of cool shit with that?
That sounds almost like cooled down feces.
Yeah, no.
So that's not.
we had
I don't know
we
if
had,
that's ideal.
we had enough talk of
Yeah.
that stuff in episode 1. Let's
So
just
moving forward, the North American Star Ladder
Yes.
playoffs will be over 3 days. So there will be, is it 2 best of 3s per day, starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
He probably knows better than me. Gods is our schedule man, but that
It's-
sounds right.
It's 2 best. The last day might be 3 best of 3s
Okay.
with the losers bracket and whatnot. But it's all about first place. Only one team moves on, and that's what's really important here.
I think there's a total of 6. So,
Total of 6.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
matches.
Good math, LD. Well done. Well done.
that would make sense.
So, all right, moving forward, we've got Fluff and Stuff parting ways from Liquid, and there was a little bit of a controversy. I tweeted out, "Oh, Fluff finally gets cut from Liquid," and someone tweeted back, "What are you talking about? Cut? What are you, an idiot? Are you stupid? Who said cut?" And I'm like, "Well, a lot of."
Why
lot
were
of
you
people.
excited about him getting cut? Like
I wasn't excited.
you just said you replied like, "Oh, cool."
Finally.
You,
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool! Finally. Well, yeah, like, oh, cool. Like,
shots fired.
Andrew's opinions, I just want to clarify, do not represent Beyond the Summit.
like, oh, finally. Like, you guys didn't see that one coming? Come on.
Oh yeah.
No, I definitely
guess.
saw it coming.
Not that I'm happy that he got cut, but I'm happy that like they
Phrasing.
finally dealt with it.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best phrase. That was a little too
Phrasing.
chipper for a negative piece of
Yeah.
news, perhaps. But
Yes!
no, I've got nothing against Fluff.
No,
but-
I mean,
know.
Brian's a good guy. I've met him in person, hung out with him a
guy.
decent amount. I consider him a friend, and I certainly wish him the best. But
yeah.
after what went down, I mean, I guess, do we want to explain what happened, or does
Yeah.
everyone know?
Well, most people should know the
People
whole
should
Blog Boys thing. Essentially, he posted the blog claiming that he felt like the team was in disarray. He didn't have any communication tools, and this was his one last ditch way of kind of, this is how I'm going to get the attention. Like there was some quote that I'm going to butcher now, but like something radical has to happen for change to really take place because. What they're doing isn't working, and he wanted to draft. He was originally the drafter, then TC took over, and Fluff kind of wanted it back, but it seemed like he didn't really know the right way to ask to become the drafter again. So he posted that really long blog. It's still up on Team Liquid, at least last I checked. So if you haven't read it now, I'm sure if you type Fluff and Stuff blog into Team Liquid, it'll be your first hit.
Yeah.
So he did go back to drafting afterwards, though, and they played some games, and it just they were looked almost even worse than they did.
They beat Cloud9 in their,
Okay.
I think it was like their first match back with Fluff drafting
Yes,
again.
they did.
Yeah.
Was it a captain's draft match?
No.
No,
It was a-
okay.
They did win
it was-
some games.
They
but-
had one big win over Cloud9, but after that, they looked very shaky.
Yeah. So Fluff was cut. We actually reached out to Nazgul to clarify, was it mutual parting? Did Fluff say, I don't want to do this anymore? And it was, Nazgul said that Fluff was very understanding. He kind of recognized that his way of going about the whole blogging thing was probably not the best way to handle the situation. So he said he was very apologetic and like, I understand if you guys want to part ways, and I understand that I may have done irreversible damage to the brand and the team. So he said Fluff had a very level head about it, which is respect.
Yeah,
He's a good
it's kind of unfortunate he didn't have that level head before he made the blog, but
Yeah. Absolutely. So we have a special guest, though, that we're going to bring on to talk about this. We've got Best Manager NA, Charlie Monolith Yang. He's going to be joining us here to
Is
give
this
us
Skype still bottom manager?
Well, no, I renamed him that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was wishing he was carrying that on for the rest of his life.
No. I renamed people on Skype, so I haven't.
He's always still the
am I renamed
bottom
as?
manager in my heart.
What am I renamed as?
Should have been
then?
the TI2.
I don't
Should have
think
won
it's your
TI2.
Yeah.
What?
Is he here?
You haven't renamed me?
Your name already has your nickname.
So
I'm not
maybe
deserving.
Charlie.
Is Charlie ditching us?
Charlie, what are you doing?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello?
We've even got him on the cam here.
Oh, hey, Charlie.
What do you want?
What?
We want your
we
opinion.
want your take on Fluff and Stuff getting cut from Team Liquid.
Oh, well, okay.
Do you have to come over there and drag you down with us?
Well, okay. So I'm not going to take into the recent result. I'm not going to take the recent results into consideration, whether or not like kicking Fluff was a good or a bad idea, because they barely played any games. The team as it is now is too new to really take those games into account on like what they can or can't do. So this will be just based off what I know about the players and how the team works. So I think Fluff was kind of scapegoated here. Liquid has issues that stem beyond just one. Their problems are ones of chemistry, environment, confidence, etc. Like these are things that don't just come from one player. These are things that the entire team contributes to. So I think for them to work, it's going to take a lot more than just getting rid of one player. Why is my face so goddamn big on the screen?
That's your doing.
Well,
man.
you have a big head, Charlie. I mean, it's not our fault.
Can you kill yourself?
It's gonna beat up a face.
Big head for all that knowledge.
A beautiful big head.
Do you not have a sunflower thing to wear that can take?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh God, no! What have I done?
Oh, Jesus.
Do you-
Here we go. Roland, please.
Take it away, Roland. You're blinding us.
Oh, man.
Anyway, okay, so Charlie, if you're the manager of Team Liquid right now, what is your first step? Like, what is your first step towards the right direction of trying to get the team back in the direction it should be going in? If let's pretend you don't want to do any roster changes, you don't want to deal with that kind of drama. You just want to strictly from a chemistry standpoint.
So are you saying like take it back before Fluff got cut?
No,
Or
the
parted ways?
okay.
Let's
So-
pretend
so-
that Demon is part of the team. Let's pretend that the roster is set.
The
From a-
roster is set with Demon.
Let's pretend. Let's
the-
just throw roster
the
ideas
roster-
out of the way.
the-
I'm just
the-
saying
the
from a
roster
chemistry
is not
standpoint,
set
what do they
right now.
need? You're saying they have chemistry issues, so what do they need to fix in regards to chemistry, or can it be fixed?
I think it can be fixed. I'm gonna talk like this for the rest of the time I'm on. By the way, I will keep the sunflower here.
Whatever you want, big boy.
So I think the roster isn't set. Are we assuming that Demon has made it?
I don't think we should make that assumption.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's strictly
sake of
hypothetical.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what you would do, Charlie, and I don't want it to be about rosters in terms of like trying to get the team's confidence back up.
I mean, this is something that as a manager, you just have to take all the players and talk together about this and get everybody on the same page. I don't want to get into too many details because some of the information is private, but I mean, so many people on that team are very different, and there are very different direction. When Fluff was on the team, there are different directions that people wanted to take the team in regards to gameplay. So I think before kicking Fluff, I think the team had to ask themselves, is it easier to get everybody working together towards the same goal, or is it easier to have TC move to support and have him learn an entire new role, and integrate someone else new in, and who knows how the fuck that's going to work? Because here's the thing, Liquid with Fluff, with their original roster, they did win. They did prove that they could win at some point. But along those lines, something happened. I guess a new patch, new whatever, something changed. Like, teams are always going to have that period where they're not winning anymore. Shit goes wrong. And when that happens, you need somebody there to pick up the pieces. And I guess when shit hit the fan around MLG Columbus, nobody was there to pick up the pieces. And so that's something that they need more than, I think.
So what
a
you're
roster
saying is like
change.
over the last 3 to 6 months, like since MLG Columbus, basically Liquid's management has been subpar.
That's a very that's a strong way to put it.
I mean, that's I'm not in Liquid, so I can't really like say how they do things.
Take the sunflower off, Charlie.
Well, I mean, no, but esports is in a weird spot in regards to just dealing with personalities and whatnot, right? Because we have managers and stuff, but we talked about it before. Like, whose role is it to deal with confidence issues and issues of performance? Like, is that the manager's job? Is it the team captain's job? Is it each player's individual job? Like, it's a tough. It's like it's not a firm answer.
Yeah, it is very tough. So that's why I don't want to really judge here. Like every team does something differently. And Liquid has proven that, I mean, they've been around for a long time and they've done things their way and they've been very successful with it. So I'm not in Liquid, so I can't really say how they do things. But I think something needed to be done sooner.
Okay.
And I think the reason Fluff came out this way is because he felt like he had no other options. And that's unfortunate.
What do you think comes next for Fluff? I mean, he's left the team. Like, where do players go after an incident like something like this?
Where do all North American players that don't have a team go? They go to Korea.
I thought you were gonna say League of Legends with Brax and Theben.
Well, there's been some chit chat about the power of friendship. Maybe Fluff joined Zephyr.
Yeah.
Official coach?
I've heard nothing. They have
Who
five.
did they kick? They're gonna have to
They
kick
have
somebody.
They'd have to break their friendship.
I've
Like
heard
the
rumors of
circle
coaching.
would be just
Yeah.
broken.
Could be interesting, though. Well, Charlie, thank you for your insight. North America's #1 manager, most popular manager. I don't know what the appropriate title
I was
is.
going to
I-
call him
the
North
only-
America's
the only
Godfather, but
North-
I guess he's our sunflower.
He's our North America's
I'm-
sunflower.
Only North American manager.
Simply North American manager?
I'm like the only one. Everyone else is European.
That's true.
Good point.
I
Fair
thought
enough.
that was more shots fired.
Yeah, it took me a second. Oh, wait a second. Team Liquid's actually based out of the EU. Oh,
Now, especially now, their
right.
main office now is
That
not
that was not shots fired.
That
That's
was
not-
Okay.
just a
Yeah.
statement of
Just
fact.
checking. We're fishing here. Just excavating. Give us something to work with here, Charlie. Come on.
Yeah. So, guys, remember to follow Charlie on Twitter. It's at Monolith Dota. It's still at Monolith Dota, right, Charlie? You haven't changed it up, have you?
No,
Sunflower
it's still
Dota.
the same.
Still the same, yeah, at Sunflower Dota, perhaps one of these days. But we thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming on, giving us your insight, and hopefully we can get you on again in the future.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Cheers.
Get off the show, Charlie.
Get out of here.
He's gone.
Well,
All right.
so that was interesting. I think we kind of tackled that issue pretty. Is there anything left unscathed that we need to cover before we move forward, gents?
I mean, I would only say, like, it's fine to go back and say, like, 6 months ago they should have done something different, or, whenever the chemistry issues and team struggling began, but let's face reality here. They were, like, what, 1 month, 2 months, I guess 2 months out or so, probably from TI invites being released,
Yeah.
qualifiers being announced. You don't have much more time to change your roster, so something drastic had to be done, and they didn't have much time to work with, and given the time constraints, can you fix chemistry issues, confidence issues, interpersonal issues in like a few weeks? To me, that's if you're even gonna successfully rebuild a team like that, which I think is very difficult, it takes longer. So
Yeah, and in terms of who's going to be their new fifth to replace
Well,
Fluff,
and I guess the other thing is maybe it didn't have to be Fluff, but I feel like someone had to go. There's clearly something wrong with that team. So.
yeah, that's a good point. And there is no official statement one way or the other. We did ask Nazgul if he could give us any kind of a teaser or how they were going to go about it. And he said, basically, we're just going to try and find the best fit for us. There aren't too many free agents that will fit the...
Sorry for interrupting.
Well,
We've got a last minute call in.
Okay.
Spontaneous.
we mad now.
Well, let's just see who it is.
yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
I don't know if it's someone we want on the show.
Oh boy.
What an introduction.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jesus, just pick up already.
I love these people are like, let me come on the show, and then they're
Oh, wait, I'm not ready. Ah.
hold on, let me take a piss. I gotta walk my dog. The flowers need some watering. I'll get back to you in a few hours.
Hello? Mystery caller? Do you have a voice?
Is he unmuted? Yeah, he's unmuted.
We can't hear you,
Hello?
friend. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, hey, Sam.
Hi guys.
What's up?
What's up?
This is Liquid Bulba, for those of you that don't know first names.
Hi, K-Poptosis. David Zaire Campbell.
David.
David LD Gorman and David Gods Parker. What's up?
So what's up, Bulba? What can we do for you?
I mean, Gods asked me to come on, so
we want to
what's
hear
up?
your thoughts.
Yeah.
How are things going? I guess with the last couple of matches, obviously you've got Demon just standing in. Are you guys positive about the future? Are you still kind of a bit apprehensive? Like, what are your thoughts on the future of Liquid right now?
Well, first off, like one of the main problems that we had as a team, and I actually agree with Charlie on that one, was that our atmosphere after we lost games wasn't that let's just say it wasn't that enjoyable. Like the atmosphere in games and stuff, like people gave up, people were mad, like normal stuff. Like not really normal stuff, just it was on the extreme. So like after we made this team, like or so after TI3, we were doing really well for like up till MLG, and that was kind of when the big patch hit, and that was when we had like our 20 or 30 game win streak or something. I'm sure you guys remember that.
Oh yeah.
And then as soon as this patch hit, like a whole like game changed, and like the style we had was really good for that kind of that TI3 meta, but there was just like a huge lack of chemistry after that. Like we tried our hardest, like we tried obviously at both MLG and DreamHack, it just didn't go so well. There was like a huge the playstyles were different. Like I wanted to go and try and gank and stuff, and then QuakeVent TC's playstyle was more a bit like farming playstyle. I don't know. It was just like, and then Fluff and Way2 also had different playstyles as supports. So it was just like it felt like we were just 5 players. We never really as a team. And then it got worse and worse as the months came by. And then I think like last month or so, it was just like the whole block came out. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think. Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
I think it was about
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Week and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
wasn't something we covered on the first show, was it?
No, it happened before the second one. So yeah.
But that was when the atmosphere was like the worst on our team. So like just like it was when we lost the most and stuff. So everyone was like really really depressed. And I think Fluff at the time was probably like the one most affected emotionally from it, and he made the blog. And obviously in retrospect, I'm sure he'll agree that it should have been done internally. Like it should have just been shown to us instead of everyone. And there was obviously a lot of like drama surrounding that and stuff I don't think any of us wanted to deal with. And then we were like, okay, we'll give Fluff a chance, because the thing about Fluff is he seemed really passionate about it, right? He seemed passionate about the blog.
Right.
And that's something we lacked at the time. It's like we lacked someone with that passion to lead us, and like if we lost a game, we wanted like someone to help us. So it's like, okay, fine, we gave it a chance, but there was just like we still lost a little bit, and there was still the whole like lack of chemistry between us. Like Fluff and Way2 were always on a different page when playing support, and then they never really meshed together, and it just like ended in like finally like I think we kind of all lost our confidence, and then finally we decided like it was a mutual kind of agreement that it was for the best of the team, I think. And I think he also kind of realized as well that it was inevitable at that stage, because it was basically we like wanted to see how it would do for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then we didn't really improve at all. And then we were basically at this stage where we were like trying people out and stuff like that. And the last 2 games, the atmosphere has definitely like gotten better. Demon's quite fun to play with. I know you guys probably know about him. Like he'll,
Yeah.
if we're losing a
We've
game or
seen the
something.
tweets.
Yeah, so there's my little monologue, guys.
Cool. Thanks. That was nice.
Good to get your
LD.
thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I just feel like once the blog was posted, the die was cast. Like, asking
Yeah.
Fluff to salvage the team and, like, get everything sorted
Yeah.
after that blog in 2 or 3 weeks, like, I don't think anyone could do that. That's just...
Yeah.
For me, if I was on the team, I'd feel like the trust was broken. And, I mean, I've had issues in teams and other games in the past where, once a teammate just puts you on blast, calls you out publicly, or just says something, like, that sharp, like, if you're going to recover, it's not going to happen in 2-3 weeks. So, it kind of sounds like it was just never going to work based on the timeline, really.
Yep.
I agree.
All
I
right.
hung up on Sam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for Sam's reply. I'm like,
I was
That's
done
fine.
with Sam.
No, that's good. That
thanks
was
for
good.
coming on, Sam. We love you,
Yeah.
buddy.
That was good. That
Thanks,
was
Sam.
a nice addition, and that's one of the things that we've been hoping for with this show is that as we talk about topics, prominent members of the community will hopefully be watching the show, and then also if they have something to add, maybe an angle that we didn't miss, they can call in and we can have a little discussion like that. So Well done, gods. Well done, Bulba. Thank you for that. But it's
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
I
Well,
clicked the call button.
you were on standby.
Yeah.
You were alive. You were there. So
Yeah.
good work. So all right, our news section. Wow, we've got a lot of stuff this week. We're gonna have to clip a few things off the docket, but I do want to make mention before we move into the No-Tail interview about this Online Kingdom madness, because it is truly madness. Most of us have probably been on Reddit in the last 24 hours and taken a gander at that top thread.
I saw like the title,
Okay,
so I know
except
nothing.
LD. So basically, Online Kingdom, it's an esports team, esports brand. They were prominent year ago, 2 years ago. They had a Dota team. They had a Heroes of New Earth team. They've been around. The brand has since died down. It was a registered company in Portugal, apparently. They had is it 1,500 Facebook followers? Or am I off in order? Is it 1,500 or 15,000?
They were never like a huge team
Yeah.
in terms of popularity. They had
Yeah.
some good teams, like their Han team was pretty strong.
Yes.
Their Dota team in the past was decent, but in terms of like their
Han
actual
team,
brand name,
Yeah.
wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a Navi or an EG.
So apparently they sold the rights to their Facebook page. They sold the Facebook page for €100.
And that was like a year or so ago as well.
Yeah, it was
100 euros.
kind of auction off. Yeah, not very much money. And now we saw these teaser threads from the Twitter account at My Online Kingdom, and whoever's in control of that account has been like, I wonder what would happen if we put some Chinese teams in Europe and participated in that metagame instead of China. And I was like, I wonder what would happen if we had two teams. And then today we finally got the big Facebook release saying, we're starting a team. We're going to have a team in China and then a Chinese team in Europe. And we're not only that, we're going to have a internet cafe where the players are living so that fans can come in and play like in the LAN center where the pros will be practicing. Some very bold promises. And now we've had the ex-Han manager from Online Kingdom has come out and said, this is a load of bollocks. This is not Online Kingdom. They bought a Facebook page, and this is just somebody...
Some guy.
Maybe some guy full of hot air. Gods, I know you're very opinionated
Well,
about this.
I think there's two. There's the theory going around. This could just be a big, elaborate April Fool's joke, which actually is quite plausible.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
wondering.
near
if-
April
We're a
Fool's.
few days off, yeah.
And if this is an April Fool's joke, here we are on a fucking news show talking about something which is an April Fool's joke before
Works.
it's even April 1st. How
Works.
fucking stupid do we look?
Well,
So are we benching the topic?
No,
Discussion's over?
No,
we're
it's
not
not over.
stupid.
It might not be an April Fool's joke, but
It might not be.
either way, something dodgy is going on. I hope that's not the case, but well, it's kind of like the less exciting one. We either get like some kind of interesting scam going on, or maybe it's an elaborate April Fool's joke. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding, but the way the Facebook page worked is the Facebook page wasn't even owned by the organization and the brand. It was like one of their
A fan page?
It wasn't a fan page. It was one of their main news editors who had control of the
right.
Facebook page. So it wasn't the actual owners of the brand who had control of the Facebook page.
And he's the one posting the stuff, or some other
No,
guy
no,
like bought
he's the guy
it?
who sold it.
Yeah, he's the guy that
So the
sold
guy
it.
who sold it
So
wasn't
he
actually
doesn't actually own the team?
No, from what I was reading is like some guy who was just like one of their chief news editors did the Facebook page all himself. He's the one who set up, and then he just sold it for like €100 like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that are you allowed to just sell the
Yeah.
rights to admin of Facebook?
That might be
Why
against
does
the terms
Facebook-
of service. I'm not
Oh,
sure
for Facebook?
because
Facebook's into
Facebook
that.
won't send them that action.
Facebook's not into that. So I don't know. It's a question of what did they buy? Does this new Chinese organization that is supposedly backed by this really wealthy company, and I had it written down in my notes, and now I'm spacing. It's a telecom company in China.
The owner is based in Hong Kong, I think. It is like
Yeah.
$28 billion net worth, I was reading.
no.
Yeah,
Owner.
something like that.
Well, of
Yeah,
the conglomerate that's supposedly
Okay.
behind Online Kingdom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Conveniently located in China where no one can like
No one can research
no
the
one can get
story.
a statement. No one can
Right.
find
Right.
chase up
And
any of the facts.
There are also promises of
Like-
complete transparency with player salaries,
Mhm.
contracts, and some,
Oh, yeah.
some eerie
Let-
echoes and parallels to the market.
I was
Yeah,
going to
the
ask
same
you,
speed at
what are the
Total.
chances that Marco is not involved in this project?
He's still salty about that interview from Dota Radio Morning Show. I'm telling you, man. This is like the epic April Fool's Day. We're going to get that bastard. We're going to get him.
You know, the one thing is somewhat like let's say they're actually legitimately looking to make a move to Pro Dota. It's kind of like it's a bit of a shady move to use like a big name like just after free to play like OK Nirvana. In some ways, I'd make the comparison, maybe not a fair one, to what Scythe have recently done with their Singaporean team, because that was a team that was at TI1, and they just it wasn't actually a sponsored team, but they bring back the name here before TI3 to get them some extra hype, to get them some extra attention.
It's that
And
free-to-play
supposedly
effect.
they had HY on the roster, except he's
Yeah.
not playing for the team.
He never played for them. He was never. He even came out and said like, "Why am I announced on this? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not on this team." So that wasn't actually blowing up to be a big scandal, but in some ways, this is a very similar scenario to that potentially, which is where
Well, this one they're making bigger promises,
Oh yeah,
though.
this one it's
The,
like
the internet cafe relocating 5 people from China to Europe and then vice versa.
It's a lot of money. But if there is someone that can pull it off, the company is Hutchinson Hutchinson Telecommunications International Limited.
Sounds legitimate.
Well, it is a real company. I mean,
Okay.
they have a Wikipedia page, so it's pretty serious.
I just kind of want to take a wait and see approach. Like, let's see what happens. It sounds really scummy, but maybe it's.
We'll
legit.
get one last opinion. Matt wants to call in quickly and give his
Yes,
thoughts on it.
please,
We'll get him
Cyborg
in.
Matt.
Yeah.
He's the investigative journalist on call for us.
Matt's on the case. We don't need Ben Wu
Detective
anyway.
hat, pipe.
Well, no, he's a commissioner now. So this is his
Commissioner
detective.
Wu. This is one of his.
This is one of his detectives.
Okay.
Hey Matt,
Lieutenants.
how are you doing?
Lieutenant Matt.
Hey, I'm good. How's it going, guys?
Really good. We're just speculated about a bunch of shit we don't know anything about. What do you know?
All right. Well, first things first. It's all bollocks, basically.
Okay.
I don't know if they're trying to do an April Fool's joke, but even if it is an April Fool's joke, it's a fucking terrible April Fool's joke for starters.
I think it's a brilliant one. I would disagree there. If we'd actually, if no one had called them out on it, it could have become a brilliant April Fool's joke.
So, long story short,
They didn't do
One
an
of the
April
news
Fools.
that
Isn't it a
says-
shitty one by default?
Yeah, they didn't do
Sorry.
that.
Go ahead, Matt.
well, it's you have to be careful because like their announcement today got on the front page of Reddit, top of Dota 2. They said, "Oh, we're gonna set up a headquarters in Europe and China." You know, if someone, a sponsor could read that message, see like the traction it's getting on Reddit, and think, "Hey, yeah, we might work with these guys," and then an April Fool's joke may, quickly turn into a serious situation where a sponsor gets scammed or anything.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, looking at basically one of the news writers for Online Kingdom sold the Facebook page, which is illegal. That's against Facebook terms and conditions for starters.
What if you sell a brand and it include like obviously every brand has a Facebook page, at least every major one. Is that illegal?
No, you can't do it. It's just against the Facebook terms and conditions. And for starters, are you telling me one of the largest companies in China, which the one they quoted no longer exists anymore, it's been broken off by the parent company, is going to go buy a Facebook fucking page for €100 and then say, yes, we own that brand. Now let's set up a headquarters in Europe and China.
There you go.
No.
And then they're going
It's
to send
bollocks.
some random Chinese pub stars to crush the European team.
Yeah.
They're going to be.
I mean, we actually went to the length. We actually went to the length of asking some Chinese teams and everything. Like, do you know anything about this? And like, we don't know what you're talking about.
how
No clue.
stupid do you feel now? Like as stupid as you feel?
Well,
He's the
not
one
as
that figured
stupid
it out.
as when the post went up today about the whole. Oh yeah, we're one of the biggest companies in China, and it's all great. We're gonna have to. Their response was, "Sorry to say, but you're wrong." That was their statement.
Okay.
Very, very legitimate
Oh,
sounding.
in that case.
Yeah, so I hold my hands up. We're wrong, guys.
Matt, how much of this do you think is kind of like what Scythe we were talking about earlier, kind of the free-to-play effect? Fear played for Online Kingdom.
It's the timing is just screams everything.
Yeah.
The company who actually owns Online Kingdom doesn't really do much with the brand, but they 100% own it. We verified it's a company in Portugal, Esports M. They own a fair few different companies, and this is one of them. They own all the rights. I mean, it's just look at it on the outside. Like, you really think one of the biggest companies in China is going to come along, buy a Facebook page for €100, and then say, "Yeah, we own that and the brand and everything."
Hey, it's
yeah.
a good investment. That's cheap.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
Matt.
so I'm looking forward to seeing what their response is, but I'm pretty sure it's just bollocks.
Okay. Well, that's good. Glad you came
All right.
on and nipped that in the bud before we made even further asses out of ourselves.
Thank
So
you.
well done, Matt. You've got our back.
I
Good job,
enjoy.
Lieutenant
I enjoy
Matt.
like 5 minutes of making an ass of myself a day.
Yeah,
so,
you know,
I
it's
got my
good.
got my session in. I'm good.
All right. Well,
We can move on.
Thanks, Matt. We'll see you later.
Cheers. So, all right. I think that's enough news for this episode. We've had some good callers, some good discussion. Well done, boys. Gods, again, thank you for taking helm on finding
I found a new role. Like, no longer need to be over that edge. I'm the Skype man.
Just gonna call people.
Skype man.
Skype man
Skype
gods
man.
over there. So, all right, we're going to move into part 2 after this short break, guys. We've got Fnatic No Tail coming up next. We're going to talk about scheduling, the particular dramas with Cloud9 and Fnatic, that best of 5 from D2CL earlier in the week, and some of the other scheduling issues they've had. So we'll have a short break. Don't go anywhere because Fnatic No Tail coming up next.